Good morning. I am here to show you how to use AVL, Alabama Virtual Library, through Wallace State Community College. If you are on our class homepage, you will just click the little Wallace State icon and then click Library and then click Alabama Virtual Library. And then you can use adult resources or college and university or all resources. We're in college. Let's click college and university and give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, we'll look for something else. Let's do a general search and see what that pulls up. I am going to do a search. Oops, I can't spell and talk at the same time. So let's look at something that is about Confucius Analytics. And we have several, look, over 11,000 resources here. So let's narrow that down. Let's look at scholarly peer-reviewed journals. Those are considered the sources that are more critical, not in a negative way, but critical, meaning that they are written by people who are studying that primary text, the analytics. So here are some commentaries. We have full PDF, full text. Those are the ones that you want to look for. You could narrow it down to more current articles, but look, you have several articles here. So since we are talking about values here, punishment, whether or not that is within something that you value might be an interesting thing. If you are interested in criminal justice or law, that might be a really useful source for you. This one has the HTML and the PDF. I'm going to show you how you might cite the source. AVL does it for you, which is great. So here's the PDF that you could print. Before you leave the PDF, though, you want to find the icon that says Cite. In this database, it looks like this little page. It might look different in different databases, but you want to click the little icon, and you are using MLA format in all English classes. APA is another common format. That is not the format you are using. So if you see a lot of years in parentheses, double check your format. It is probably not MLA. I can assure you it is not, in fact. Often people end up using APA, which is incorrect. Here's the MLA format. You can click on this one, and you can see all the details of MLA format, apparently, including what you should use for different types of sources. My go-to is just to copy and paste into a Word document. See, I'll pull up Word and show you how I do that. So anytime I find a source, I go ahead and do the works cited for that source because I may never find the works cited again. Plus, I hate doing works cited. So I'll go ahead and set up my works cited page with 12-point Times New Roman. And I'll just keep this as I go, and I'll make notes as I go as well. So to set up my line spacing, I want a hanging indent. Sorry, that's not line spacing, but here is line spacing, double. I don't want any extra spaces between paragraphs or after lines. Every time I hit enter, if I didn't fix this to 0, it would create an extra space, which I do not want. And I want to just click that, don't add spaces between paragraphs of the same style for good measure. Then I can click OK. Now I want to center the title works, cited, and go back to left justification. Then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to look at my pasting options. I don't want to keep the source formatting because that's not what I have just set up. I want to merge the formatting. And when I click that, it gives me my hanging indent that I just set up. It puts the last name, comma, first name of the author, the article title here. The journal should be italicized, and it is here. So there are little details that you have to go back and look for. EBSCOhost is the database, and the DOI is like a URL, but it's a little more technical. It's a little more scholarly for finding sources. So the DOI or the URL is required for online sources. And then I would go to my next source. So find another source. If the source started with a letter that was before T, it would come before this one. If it starts with a letter that's after T, I would put it after this one. So it's as simple as that. That's your works cited page. It should be the last page of your essay. So as I take notes on a source, I tend to keep the works cited page up there, and then I will copy and paste information with the page number as I go, and just take lots of notes on each source, and then I have it connected with that works cited. Sometimes I'll make the font different or something to identify a certain source belonging with a certain works cited, so that as I copy and paste, it doesn't get all confused. All right, I hope that helped.